Morning to you. It's 8:36. It's time for Jeremy Larkin's St. George Real Estate Thursday Morning Drive Show. What's up, Jeremy?
I feel like I was just here 2 days ago.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me. You were here 2 days ago.
40. I don't know. I walked out of here 47, 48 and a half hours ago. I don't know. It was 47 and a half. 47 and a half. Hey.
You should cross promote your other show, though.
I think we will.
Yeah.
I think we
Life
will.
as we know it on Tuesdays.
Yeah. We are now hosting a new program, having fun with it. Life as we know it, Tuesday mornings. Same time, same bat station, same everything. Cherry Creek Radio. And by the way, of course, if you're listening on the radio, you're 94.9 FM or 890 AM. And, you know, I probably ought to be better with our Facebook Live folks, letting them know that that's the case. But if you're Facebook Live and you're like, I don't really want to look at you guys, and I'm driving in my car and I want to listen.
I get it.
Yeah, 94.9 FM, 890 AM.
Do you hear what she said? I don't really want to look at you guys.
I heard
said,
her.
and she said, I get it.
I was like, I don't know.
No. I didn't mean at you. I just mean at anything.
You just don't want to be seen? You don't want to be seen? We've got a fun guest in the studio this morning. She's an incredible real estate professional, works one of our home buying specialists, and a very funny lady, by the way.
And way better looking than both you and Jessica.
I think so.
Yeah.
Jessica Marron. Yes,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited about this. She and Jesse are huddled, and let me explain something, guys.
We're trying to social.
Yeah, let me say something.
Douse ourselves in
we're doing whatever we do, right, with our social distancing.
We have all kinds of stuff, Clorox.
I know, and the program today is brought to you by several people, and as we've said the last month, Clorox. We could get into a very controversial conversation about all that, couldn't we, Andy? But we will not.
Maybe on Tuesday.
Maybe Tuesday.
Yeah.
So Tuesday morning, Life as We Know It. We've had some cool guests on. I'm trying to get Greg Fetterman. I don't know if you guys know Greg. He's a neat guy. He owns Zaytava Gardens, and it's actually my favorite restaurant in Washington County. And they are the ones that closed shop and became like, what's the word here? A support center / hostel for restaurant workers who lost their jobs, right? I mean, we got multiple thousands of people out of work in Washington County currently still. And this just in, Costco decided that they'd make everyone wear a mask when they go in the store.
Don't get me started.
Correct. Which is a little backwards because I thought we were actually lifting bans, not starting over. Right. I'm going to tell you why Costco's doing that. Okay, are you guys ready for my 2 cents?
I'm ready.
Oh, here we go.
They're doing it not for the public. And they're doing it, and by the way, Costco's a cool organization. They're not doing it for their employees. They're doing it because when you go into a store where all the employees wear masks, you feel safe. I want that to just rest on everyone for a minute, what I actually just said. They're doing it for money. So when everybody gets on their ridiculous moral high ground, high horses, Costco's doing the right thing. Costco's doing the economically wise thing. Because when you go into, guys, I kid you not, when you go into who disagrees? When you go into a store and everyone's wearing masks, you're like, I feel good. I'm safe.
You're right.
You can't projectile vomit your germs on me. I'm telling you.
So far we have bass backwards and projectile vomit on your show today.
Well, I guarantee we do. So guys,
There's some days we just don't know what he's going to
that is
or every day.
Yeah, that is absolutely my strong, if you can't tell, opinion, and I will go to the grave. These companies are just doing what's economically responsible for themselves, okay? Do not get caught up in them doing the right thing, okay? They're doing the right thing to make sure that they sell crap. And the funny part is Costco is already selling lots of crap.
Yes, they are.
But here's what this also does. Now let's take this. Can we just take this a couple steps further? Because look, if we do this and we come out and we tell people that we'll make everyone wear masks, they'll probably lift the bans even further, and we can now justify having all of the people back in the store, not line them up like cattle in the queue that they created out there 6 feet apart. Hey, it'll be business as usual. So, and by the way, I'm not even talking about whether coronavirus is real or isn't real. It's very real. I'm not talking about whether it's social distancing that works. I'm not talking about any of those things. I hope people hear me. I'm actually talking about businesses do what's good for business. Okay, and we're all doing our best. Look, when this thing broke down, and by the way, if you're wondering who in the world is giving all this opinion, and we're gonna have some fun with Jesse and Jessica this morning. Jeremy Larkin, host of the St. George Real Estate Morning Drive, also host of the now Life as We Know It program on Tuesday, and we get some cool people in here and talk about. These guys are dancing in the background. Get some cool people in here.
You can't invite me back.
Yeah, talking about what's happening, life as we know it here in Washington County. So, Greg, if you're listening, probably not. We're going to have you come in Tuesday or the next Tuesday. Had a cool guest in here this last week. We've had the Chamber of Commerce, we've had Washington County School District, we've had some fun people. But when COVID-19 hit, we did our part. How transparent can we possibly be on the program? We shot a video that said, we've propped open our doors so when you come to our office, you don't have to touch anything. We have Lysol, and when you come in, we dip you in a giant vat of hand sanitizer when you leave. Why were we really doing that?
Money.
Yeah, we want to keep business going. Oh, you guys are really responsible. Kind of. I mean, that's what everybody. State Farm now is like your friend. Hey, listen, we know everything's been really weird. You know, with the music, cue the sad music. How many commercials have you seen, Andy, Jessica, Jesse? All of the auto manufacturers, they're now our family. Cue the piano music, and the kids are playing in the meadow. Things have gotten pretty weird ever since COVID hit, and our family gets what your family's going through. So what we want you to do is come out and buy a car, and we won't give you a payment for 4 months, because here's the deal. There's plenty of profit built into the car anyway, so this is actually no big deal, because we'll just get you on the back end. Andy, I want your strong opinion here. Do you think I'm right? I'm putting you on the spot. Do you think I'm actually right about business?
I think I think there are other things at play, but I think you are 90% right. I think also there's the lawsuit protection thing.
Bingo, which is part of this. I didn't even mention that.
If you go to Costco and someone coughs on you and you get COVID-19, you're going to sue Costco.
Now,
right?
Guess what they get to say? Guess what they get to say now? Oh, we told them they had to wear masks.
Yeah, it's not our fault.
Guys, our hands are washed. We're good to go, figuratively,
Right.
literally.
Your hands are sanitized. Really.
Fun stuff. Should we talk about real estate? Go, Jesse.
What's sad about that is we have driven our country to that, where companies have to be concerned about that.
Of course.
We got to protect ourselves.
I could be sued.
That is so true that would happen. I chose to come in here. I chose to get sick. I chose to not follow directions, but it's your fault.
Yeah. Listen, any of your carelessness or stupidity, I could be sued for when you come into my space, right? So that's my strong opinion. I hope somebody, by the way, if you're watching Facebook Live, comment. Let's get your opinions about this. And side note, I won't stop going to Costco, because I have a lot of those friends, that are always like, are you one of them, Jesse? I won't go there ever again.
No, I think it's no different than no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Yeah.
They have that right. That has nothing to do with my civil liberties.
Yeah.
They have that right. The rest of the country is doing this, and in southern Utah, we don't even know where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is I won't stop going there. I do think civil liberties were robbed, but I will still keep going to the store because see, I don't need actually. This is just me, right? I don't need to make a big statement to Costco or the planet about what I will and won't do. I just want to go buy my stuff and keep moving.
Exactly. I like the savings. I really like Costco.
And I'm at Smith's and Harmon's.
I can't find those muffins.
No, you can't. Do you know how many calories is in a Costco muffin?
Don't tell me. No, I don't want to know.
Well,
please no.
I was noticing this morning though that the old Jelly Belly's coming back. So yeah, I know how many.
690 calories, 55 grams of sugar.
Why you gotta go?
I know. I looked this week.
Why?
Yeah. Every time he sees me with a muffin, he tells me.
Do you realize how many calories are in a maple bar at a grocery store? Almost like about half. That's how calorie dense a Costco chocolate muffin is, and Jesse eats one every day.
Wait.
Man, that's
you're
a good
saying
segue.
a maple bar is
About
half the
half.
calories of a muffin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, a muffin is so dense. Think how heavy it is.
And that's a good segue because that's about the amount of showings we've been experiencing over the last 30 to 60 days.
Way to bring it
About
home,
half.
Jesse.
Okay, so
And what we're going to be talking about today is how you get around that and still sell a home.
we are.
sight unseen.
It's a perfect segue. About 450 for a maple bar, so almost 300 calories less.
But
250.
I know Jessica has these pretty grooving sunglasses. Can we see you with those on, Jessica?
Thank you.
She does.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she's celebrity.
Hollywood.
It's celebrity
star
style.
right
So
there.
I have, by the way, our program today brought to you. I like that by our friends at Guild Mortgage, Chantry Abbott, Steve Stout. Our friends at Guild Mortgage. We've worked with them for just ever, and Chantry will be on the show with us regularly. We love them. We appreciate them. I really recommend if you were thinking about refinancing your home, because interest rates are basically insane. Yeah, historically low. You should, Steve. There's some great commentary coming here. Visit Guild Mortgage, Chantry Abbott. Look them up. Guild as in Guild, and our friends at Sunwood Homes. And Sunwood Homes, you already know. MySunwoodHomes.com. Whoo, you are going to want to hop on. We only have like 34 lots. We're not even open to take reservations. We actually have 34 lots available. The project, the Desert Flower Project by Sunwood Homes, is so cool. The actual developer, employees, people who are building it, the builders they're buying homes for themselves.
That's
so
how cool it is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Visit mysunwoodhomes.com. Jessica, how long have you been in real estate?
Almost 3 years now. In August it will be 3 years.
Jesse, do you think it matters if she's been in the business 15 years or 3 years?
I don't, because of the intention and the training and all the things that we do together. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
In fact, being a part of the Larkin Group, I'm going to plug you a little bit.
I wish you
gives
would.
us the experience of a 15-year veteran. It really does.
Yeah.
So you've done a good job at putting that together and helping us get that experience real quick.
No, I appreciate it.
I agree. I appreciate it. I'm so honored to be part of the team and feel like I've
Yeah, you got to eat that microphone.
that mic. Okay.
There you go.
But don't touch it with your
Don't
lips.
touch
Yeah.
social distancing.
Yeah.
Hey. No, I agree. I feel
It's an art.
that I was just given a fast track to all of the learning and experience from so many other agents around me. So even though it's been almost 3 years, I do feel like I've been blessed to have a lot of experience that I wouldn't have gotten elsewhere.
I think so.
Awesome.
Jessica brings some pretty cool experience, actually. A lot of the best real estate professionals, Andy, were actually educators before. And I don't mean just educators of their husbands.
Trainers.
Yeah, that's more like trainers. Thank you. Yeah, that's doggy training, you know.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, rehab. Jessica came out of Cody, Wyoming, and was teaching Spanish and
English.
English, both. Cool. Because, listen, some of us do need English training. Let's just talk about it, right, Jesse? Jesse's raising his hand. This is an ongoing joke at the office.
You're so rough on Jesse. Bless his heart.
He's amazing. Now the guy's
Heart of
really.
gold.
By the way, he would not be in here if I didn't think he was incredible. So how long were you teaching in Cody before you came down here?
I'm from Cody, but I taught in a rural town called Matitsi, which is about a population 300,
Really?
and taught there for almost 12 years.
Wow.
And it was an amazing experience. Loved almost every moment of it. But
Sure.
was open for
This is in
something
Wyoming.
new when we relocated here.
This is in Wyoming. Matitsi?
Matitsi.
I've never heard of that.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to say.
It is
Matitsi.
So
I like to say it. That's pretty amazing. So she came to us almost 3 years ago. We're going to answer a question momentarily. She is whether someone would buy a $700,000 home they've actually never physically been to. Okay. You could probably assume that they did because we're setting it up.
Right, but wow.
Yeah. So it's been really interesting, Jessica. When you came into this business, because we have people who are actually considering real estate careers listening, what has been the biggest challenge for you, and that you think other agents would face, new agents?
well, personally, being new to the area, I think was my biggest challenge because I didn't have that social structure to lean on as far as letting friends and family know that they had a real estate agent or friend in the biz now. So I think that for me was one of the trickiest parts. I think truly, and I said this when I came on the first time, that I just think people, and it's true with every career, that we really don't understand what goes into the nitty gritty of everyday dynamics
No
in
way.
the job. So I think that was the biggest surprise for me, and I feel like I did my due diligence as to what a realtor does, but really there's a lot to it that people don't really think about. I think that would be the biggest, really know the nitty gritty of what a day looks like for a realtor.
This is funny because I did not prep her at all for this question, and she gave me the answer that I was thinking and hoping she would give, because real estate looks very easy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is $600, 120 hours of school. I'm free.
Yes, you just basically need a pulse and a little bit of money.
Yeah, and no
The barrier of
and
entry
no
is very low.
and no felonies.
Right, no felonies.
There is that. So you come into this, and you found out that you. So it sounds like learning the town,
Right.
like getting to
Learning
know the town.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was using my GPS to drive home when I moved here. It was,
Now, there's a flip side of that. The benefit, you know what the benefit, though, to your clients is.
sure, I really had to learn this town.
Yeah.
And I also, I'm a native Wyomingite, born and raised.
Wyomingite.
yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And I am a huge spokesperson for my town, and I feel like I have that same love for St. George, and so I hope that I convey that to my clients, and feel like I had to discover that for myself, and
Yeah.
so I think that definitely helped me.
She gets, yeah, you come into the town. See, that's something I can give a what's the word here? A grand tour of the community that's stunning. People,
Sure.
how do you know all this? But I don't have the context of what it feels like to relocate here. Right?
You've always been here.
I've always been here. I don't know. I mean, that's Dixie High School. It's just where we all went to school. So I think you bring something really cool to the table. And
Thanks.
oh, you're welcome. And so Jessica works side by side with another one of our business partners, Michelle Evans. Michelle is in education,
Mhm.
and these ladies are amazing at what's the word? Kind of like almost unraveling to the client. Hey, here's the process. And first we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. But before we start doing all of that, tell me about what you want me, right? Working with, for a buyer to be really successful, get the best home, really the best home, what does that start with? Where does that start? And most buyers don't know this.
Correct.
Because they think, hey, I want to see a house, it's on Zillow. Where does it really start?
It really starts in our office in a consultation. And for me, I really couch it as a way to strategize how we're going to get you the best home at the best price. There's so much that goes behind getting that home, especially in the market that we've been in. It can be very competitive at certain price points. So really having that strategy, talking about wants, needs, deal breakers, it's going to save clients a lot of time on the back end, because we're not going through homes that really aren't a fit for them, or we're not falling in love with a home that they really can't afford, or just doesn't make sense for their family. So I know a lot of people feel reticent to come in. They feel like we're going to give a hard sales pitch, and in reality it's just a conversation about how we can team up and how I can serve them better.
Yeah, we call it a buyer consultation, strategy session. What do you mean? It kind of just a funny analogy came to my mind. I've kind of been thinking about getting calf implants. You call the plastic surgeon. What do you think? Well, we've got a time at 4, come over. Like, that's how people approach real estate. Would you ever do that?
Right.
I had to think of something really bizarre.
I was going to say how random.
Well,
Calf implant.
yeah, because I'm thinking of something that's very
funny,
elective.
sorry.
Very elective. Not, I destroyed my knee, But even I destroyed my knee. There's a setup, right? There is a path and a process to doing that. Now, the world changed about 2 months ago. We opened up with my ranting about Costco, bless their hearts, doing the very most profitable thing for themselves. And some people are like, but they're going to lose all this business.
They're fine.
This just in.
People will come back.
They didn't need you. But back to the point. The world changed 60 days ago.
The world changed
And
massively.
for just a minute,
Mhm.
we weren't even, what happened with COVID, with showing homes and that kind of thing. Different here, by the way, than New York City, but
Right,
still.
right. Well, what's interesting is, personally, I've had one of the best months I've ever had in my business. So,
Which is so cool for the public to hear.
Mhm.
If she had a good month, what does that mean?
that we're
People
we're
are
still
buying and selling
buying
homes.
homes. People are still needing to
Yes.
move. So I have been very busy, thankfully. I'm so thankful for that. But, almost overnight, people were afraid to leave their homes. People were afraid to be this far away from each other. It was just a very eerie sensation, I think, for everyone.
Remember when the town first shut down?
I do.
That first week, early March, how strange changed
Oh,
for
yeah.
you.
It was very weird.
So immediately you had a handful of clients that said, we're not doing anything.
And confession, I had clients that were coming into town, and I was nervous. You know, I
course.
thought, why did you not watch Lester Holt? I mean, he's my guy. How have you not been watching
Nice,
him?
nice.
So I was nervous too, you know, but I did feel like we took all
If
the
Lester
forecast-
says
if
it,
Lester
it's like Willard
says it,
Scott giving me
exactly.
the weather forecast. We're
It's
out.
exactly the same.
That's fine.
So, but people were nervous to go out and see homes, and I did have clients that needed to get into something, and so we were very cautious about how we did that, and but definitely there's been a downturn in how many people are wanting to go out and about and see homes.
3 minutes. Did you have clients actually cancel contracts
I
because
did.
of COVID?
I did. I had one
One extreme one.
one extreme one,
Give it to us.
heartbreaking. It was a home that was their dream home.
Like
And-
$300,000 home, right?
It was in the $1 million range. And
$1
the day
dollar.
before we closed, they backed out.
Backed out.
Mhm.
Did they
Cancel.
lose earnest money?
Oh yeah.
They lost their
A lot?
a lot of earnest money.
Yeah,
I was really, heartbroken for them.
Like ballpark, like $5,000, 10
Well,
grand?
well, the $1 million home, so keep pushing it up there a little ways. So wild,
Yeah.
for
the
sure.
interesting thing about this home, if
stuff
I
happened.
can, is it went under contract the next day
Really?
with someone else, and it's closing soon.
Side note, because if I don't forget,
Yeah.
because I had a note on my screen.
Mhm.
Happy birthday to Paul Schreiber, because he may be listening.
Ooh,
Because he
happy
could
birthday,
be.
Paul. We love you. We're so
So-
glad you're in our life.
So, and this is fun because there's two sides of this. First, she's heartbroken for the client, truly, like they lost a lot of money and it was a dream home. And guess what? She didn't get paid. The other agent didn't get paid. The seller didn't get paid. The seller couldn't move. The buyer didn't come and live out the dream. Title didn't get paid. Listen, real estate is such a core industry. Jessica, would someone buy a $700,000 house that they never physically visited?
I
Yes
just
or no?
closed on one. Yes, they do.
When was the first time they saw the home?
When I gave them the keys when they drove into town.
No kidding.
And I said, because I'm not winning
Wow.
any awards for my cinematography. that's my disclaimer when I
iPhone.
tell them. But I do feel like I can do a pretty mean home tour because I want them to feel like they're walking in, and I open the cupboards, I show them the soft clothes, I show them if it's, if there's a trash bin in the, sink or by the sink. I go up with my phone. I want them to really feel like they're there. So they did. They love it. But I did say, I hope you're as excited and in love with this home as I am because it's gorgeous. And I've
Yeah.
been in there many times filming and
That's
measuring
good.
and
Where
whatnot.
did these folks come from?
They hail from Bozeman.
Okay, so Bozeman, Montana,
That's
never
a long ways.
only had seen photos, only had seen video,
Wow.
never physically inspected the property
Right.
in the ledges, right?
Correct.
Ah, incredible. Jessica Marron has been on with us today. She is a home buying specialist.
Thank
It's
you so
a
much for
thing.
having me.
Oh man, well, and if I hadn't ranted so long, but actually this has been really fun. I highly recommend you visit with her if you want to talk about, especially relocating your family here, whatever. Visit us at soldinstgeorge.com, soldinstgeorge.com. Click on the contact us. We'll connect you with Jessica.
Be happy to help.
And I'll probably end up at Costco this weekend with
With
a
a mask
freaking
on.
mask on. But mine has cyclists on. It's cool.
It's
Over
a
now,
good
guys.
one. Thank you.
Good job.